business. We have some excellent contestants, we have excellent judges, and we're ready to go. My name is Andy Fall, and I would like to introduce our MCs tonight. Jackie Welch will be presiding tonight, and also Paul Faddis. So, more importantly, let's all have some fun tonight.
So I'm Jackie Welch. I'm the VP of Business and Community Development with Randolph County United. Just again, welcome you guys tonight. This event is hosted by Randolph County United, but would not have been possible without the funding from EDP Renewables and the Randolph County Commissioners. So we thank them for their support in helping us bring this program and this event to the county.
Thanks, Jackie. The purpose of this event tonight is to promote entrepreneurialism in Randolph County, to support small businesses in Randolph County that are wanting to expand and or to create something new within the community. This event is here to encourage entrepreneurship and to set entrepreneurs up to win. So that's the whole purpose of tonight's event.
So in partnership with the Indiana Small Business Development Center, Karen Lloyd runs that for our region. They have been working with these participants for the last 6 weeks and helping them, working alongside of them, helping them build their business plan and going over their financials. Tonight, each participant gets 3 minutes to pitch their idea to our judges, and then we also have student judges as well, and then of course the audience has a vote. So they have 5 opportunities to win tonight. They can win the $1,000 audience choice, which is all of you in the audience. You should have received a ticket, and at intermission you'll be able to take that out and vote for your business at their booth in the foyer. Then the student judges panel will be scoring the presentations as well, and they will be awarding a $500 award to the participant. And then the main judges panel will give a 3rd place at $2,000, a 2nd place at $4,000, and then 1st place receives $7,500. So the contestants could potentially win over 3 groups, right? Because they could win the audience, the student judges, and then the main first prize, cash prize. So they could win up to $9,000. So this is an incredible opportunity for businesses in Randolph County and our contestants for tonight.
So those are the grand prizes. I do think it's important to understand, again, the purpose of the event. The event is to support small businesses. And so no contestant is going to leave here tonight empty-handed. Randolph County United has agreed to give each participant a 1-year membership to RCU, which will give them opportunities for networking events and Business Expo, the Gala, and other events that RCU puts on, such as workshops. Those workshops are facilitated by the Small Business Development Center, and that foundation is there to help entrepreneurs start strong. And so over the last 6 weeks, we have seen each of these participants grow, and we want to continue to help them to grow because we know
Okay, we're going to get started, but again, I want to thank EDP Renewables and the Randolph County Commissioners for their support, and the Indiana Small Business Development Center for facilitating these workshops and helping us make this program and event happen tonight.
Okay, thanks, Jackie. So as we stated, each person is going to get 3 minutes. The way this is going to work tonight is they're going to get 2 minutes to come up here and set up. They will get 3 minutes for their pitch, and then they're going to have approximately 5 minutes for a Q&A session. At that point in time, once the first participant has given their example of what they're doing, we're going to introduce you to the judges and give you guys time to make your decisions on who's going to be the big winner for tonight. So our first participant tonight is Sarah and Lauren with Main Street Assembly. So if you could make your way to the stage, we're ready for our first participant.
Good evening. I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and together we own Main Street Assembly. We purchased this building in the summer of 2022 and have been working hard to make improvements on it since. Our goal is to open our doors in January of 2024.
We are located in downtown Lynn in what is often referred to as the Old Chenoweth Building. We envision Main Street Assembly hosting events and parties that one might find in cities larger than Lynn.
So that leads us to the question, where do you want to celebrate life's biggest moments?
Enter Main Street Assembly. We foresee this as the go-to space for all things event and party related in East Central Indiana. The options are endless as to what can take place behind our doors.
As you can see from our photos, upon arrival, the stage is set and you are ready to host your event.
We provide tables, chairs, and table linens, making decorating a breeze and your event picture perfect. We offer either an hourly or a full day rate, giving your budget flexibility.
One of my favorite features we have at Main Street Assembly that will help bring all your party visions to life is our vast array of backdrops and decor.
How easy would it be to not only be able to rent the space for your party, but also be able to just show up and get to decorating instead of spending countless hours scouring Amazon and trying to create your own DIY projects?
We have taken the hassle and stress out of party setup by providing so many rental options. Perhaps our most unique, up-and-coming feature at Main Street Assembly is the use of our upstairs rentable photography studio. The large windows, tall ceilings, ample natural light, and original hardwood floors are sure to attract many local photographers.
We are excited to be able to offer a space that is rentable by the hour and gives anyone the chance to use. We are so close. The tables and chairs are quite literally in place.
Our final step before we can open our doors is to have a fire suppression system installed to accommodate Indiana, state, and local codes. We have hired ProTech Corporation out of Richmond, and construction should begin next month. The project is estimated to cost us $45,496. We have already acquired a loan through private funding.
We are asking you as the judges and you as the audience to select us as the winners of tonight's pitch competition. All earnings from tonight will go towards paying for our fire suppression system.
Thank you so much for your time. Can we answer any questions?
Hi, I'm Wes Brown. My first question is, so since you're providing the linens, are you just providing one type of linen, or do you have multiple types? And then how are you getting that cleaned?
So we just provide white linens. We have rectangle ones for the rectangle tables and circular ones for the circle tables, and we clean them ourselves between each event and press them.
Presently, without the fire suppression system, can you operate any business, or you have to wait till January?
So currently, we could operate as a merchandise business, but we could not operate as a business that welcomes the public and large groups of people into the building without the fire suppression system. But we could, like it was formerly an antique store, we could set things up to sell. That's not really our passion.
I'm Scott Johning. So have you thought any more about your advertising? Like, I know you have a big window in the front, and some people still don't know maybe what it is, but might be a suggestion of mine.
Yeah, we look forward to advertising on a greater scale once we can open and start taking bookings, but we're a little bit hesitant to advertise, kind of in limbo.
Yeah, I would, Morgan Howard, I would echo Scott's comments. I think just if you do go, make sure your web results, the search in Google comes up with you underneath, venues for whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
And just had a question. Is there adequate outlets for carry-in food, and what is the restroom situation for the building, given the anticipated up to 80 people?
So we have 2 bathrooms. One is handicap accessible, and then the other is just standard size. I don't have an exact outlet number off the top of my head.
People can the venue accommodate?
So it's a rather large building, so our occupancy is pretty high. We have tables and chairs to seat 80 people. We feel that that is like a comfortable.
Ivy Kaufman, do you have a plan for employees? Any type of cleanup or assembly employees, just a way to hire others?
We currently don't. Currently, Sarah and I are the ones that do the setup and cleanup. Someday, ideally, maybe we're big enough that we can hire employees. But for right now, Sarah and I both enjoy that piece of it a lot. I don't know that either of us are ready to turn that over to somebody outside. Are there any other questions? Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sarah and Lauren. Appreciate that. Great job. So I'm going to take a few minutes here while the next participant is getting ready, and we're going to talk about our judges. We all enjoy the legal aspect of things, but that's part of what we have in this world we live in. So it's important because Wes Brown is one of our judges, and he is here not on behalf of EDP. He is here on his own personal time, and his personal opinions do not represent those of EDP. So Wes Brown is the Director for Business Retention and Expansions for Central Indiana at IEDC. He's worked at the IEDC since June of 2017, securing 307 project commitments, resulting in 24,263 jobs and $5 billion in capital investments. Wes grew up in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, graduated from Wabash College, and is a certified economic developer. Wes, thanks for coming tonight. Is there anything else you'd like to share about yourself, and what makes you passionate about these types of things?
No, I think at least the bio really says everything about me that everybody is probably interested in. But what gets me passionate about things like this is, I feel like a lot of my job is working with the larger companies in the world, and the ones that I really find a lot of value are those smaller companies that might not know exactly everything that they need to know to grow as a business. I find incredibly valuable to kind of be that helping hand along the way. So getting to participate in something like this is something that I'm grateful that the businesses have been able to put everything together and have the courage to come over and talk about their business, and even have the courage to start it, and love to help wherever I can in this process.
Very good. Yeah, I appreciate that. The courage to start a business is really hard, as we know, and then it doesn't get any easier from there. So we applaud all of you for having the courage to do that. So our second presenter tonight is Modoc Gardens, Mindy and Josh, and I don't see Josh, so there he comes. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I move this one? Okay, but I can move this so I can put my papers. I'm Mindy Ellis from Modoc Gardens, where you can come experience what nature has to offer. My background is in special education and event planning and decorating. Josh's background is he is a lifetime farmer. So we got married in 2018, and we decided to combine our talents and create Modoc Gardens. The clicker's not quite working correctly, but that's okay. We provide agritourism experiences from You Pick Flowers to You Pick Pumpkins, and we have general admission days, and we also have private events from corporate events to 2-hour birthday party packages, where you can have even Frederick the freckled unicorn can come and make an appearance. So families love coming out to Modoc Gardens and exploring, getting those great Instagram-worthy photos, and making those magical family moments. And then, all of a sudden, it happens. The meltdown. Someone is hangry. So we have decided to do a mobile snack shack on the farm. Everyone always comes and tells us that they want food options when they come. So we surveyed our customers, and one of the questions was, what do you want to see at Modoc Gardens in 2024? And the number one response was, yep, food. 100% of the people picked that as number one. They could pick up to 3 options. So we are going to provide snacks to main dishes. We're going to use fresh ingredients, and we are going to do waffles. So dessert waffles, apple pie waffles, and then we're going to do savory waffles, which are potato-based. So basically a taco-topped potato waffle. And we're going to have seasonal slushies and grazing cups. So this will be a great menu for everyone who comes on our open days, but also for our private events. Appreciate it. We hope to see you this Saturday. Are there any questions?
With your evolving, because apparently you're already several years into your business,
Yes.
have you thought of further marketing for your business?
Yes, absolutely. So this is season 3, and we have a 5-year plan. And so additional ways of marketing, we're going to continue some. So we're going to continue the TV spot that we get to do yearly, and we're going to continue the social media marketing. But we're going to also add a campaign to businesses for our private event rental for corporate picnics. We are also going to ask our customers. We're not really great about asking our customers to leave reviews. They tell us personally all the time, but I always forget to, hey, can you jump on and put that online for us? So we will be doing that as well.
Okay.
So, looking at this, one thing that I wanted to know about is looking at the fixed employee wages on some of the financials. So, who, I guess, where did you come up with these numbers, and like what employee would it be for how long, and would they be working for?
Yes, absolutely. So where did I come up with the employee numbers, and how long will the employees be there, and what will they be making? I do have all of that information. I'm just going to flip so that I can give you the correct numbers, because, sometimes I forget my own name after I've slept. So let me... So currently, we have a greeter or a cashier on our open days. So we are open every second and fourth Saturday, June through October, and that will continue next season. That enables us to be open the other days for private events. So that's, we get 8 hours each time, so 8 times 10, 80 hours for our greeter. Then we have adventure guides, which those are the people who are in the U-Pick areas and in the petting farm when people come. And again, I know, okay, we're gonna be open 10 times to the public. And then I also looked at our projections about how many private parties we're gonna do, and I figured out, okay, we need the person 6 hours for those days. So that's how I got their hours. Snack Shack attendant, this will be 2 new jobs once we do the Snack Shack. Every time we're open to the public, and then also when we do private events and they wanna do the catering. And then we also have a farmhand that we hire days that we're not open, they come twice a week. So that is every kind of where I started, and then I decided, you know, year 3 and as the years increase, we'll definitely, hopefully be increasing their time and their pay. Our pay starts at $12 an hour.
Earl Clem. I have noticed you're growing your business, you have been, but you are a seasonal business. Do you have any plans later to go into the holidays, to the Christmas holidays?
So the quick answer to that is no Christmas trees from us. I'm very allergic to pine trees, so we will not be pursuing that. I do have a balloon business that really picks up when Modoc Gardens starts dying down. So November to February, I really pick up in the balloon business. And then March through November is how long we're in season with this business. Because even though we're not open, we're still working March through November. Josh is a commercial farmer who does corn and soybeans, so he's also very busy with that.
Morgan Howard again. Just a couple questions here is, first of all, is your staff there, it seems, you know, you mentioned it's seasonal.
Yes.
It tends to be on the lower pay scale side. Is it fairly stable, or do you have to rehire or hire new people every year?
So we have had a few opportunities for new people each year, and then we do have 2 consistent people who have stayed on. So we open up a lot to maybe people where it's their first job, looking for something to do during the summer, things like that, and so they kind of start out with us. Also, I really want to utilize my background in special education, and I want to create a Job Works program for people with special needs at our place, so we're kind of working towards doing that as well. But yes, there are some new hires each year.
Any concerns or around ordering the food and making sure that you have enough or you don't have too much? I know you've got some good counsel, it looks like, in your lineup of advisors. But
Right? So the teacher in me is you plan and you educate yourself and you have this beautiful plan, and then you're always willing to shoot from the hip as needed, right? So what we have done is we know about how many attendees we have on open days. Currently, it averages 70 people. We know certain events, you know, we get 150 people or so. And so I've averaged, well, about 33% of that is who's probably going to get food. So we'll start with having that amount of food on the open days available. If we start selling out each day, then that's a great problem to have, and we'll start having more then.
Ivy Kaufman, you brought up leaning more into an educational side. Do you plan on offering education related to the crops or the animals that you show at this place?
Yes, we currently already do. So we have field trips that we offer to schools, and the YMCA came out this year and brought 50 kids. So we have a plant program, and then we have a butterfly program, and then we have our pumpkin program. is what I call them. So we do have one that I'm working on about compost. So that will be coming next season. But those are the current programs that we have. And there's education and a lot of learning through exploring and play. Is that everything?
Experience in different areas of business. The next judge we're going to introduce is Morgan Howard. Morgan has been a Randolph County resident since 2000. She currently works with her husband on their family farm and in their business, Howard Ag Equipment LLC. Morgan has a bachelor's degree in political science and a master's degree in Randolph County Kiwanis Club, and a new board member actually, of Randolph County YMCA. Her hobbies include travel, working out, and volunteering. Morgan, if you could just say a few words about yourself and why programs like this are so important to you.
Can you, oh, there we go. It was muted, sorry. Very excited to be here, with my husband and having his farm. He's farmed his entire life, and then starting up this new business about 2 years ago. And working on the commercial side and seeing small businesses start up and then helping existing businesses, it's a passion of mine. I love the entrepreneurial spirit. I love looking at things and trying to find out strengths and weaknesses and way to mitigate any weaknesses there with the assets or resources that are out there in the community. So this program fits right into that, and I'm very pleased to see all of the businesses out there. They're very unique, and they address a problem in the community. So just happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Steve and Linda Cox, I believe. Wilcox, is it correct? Wilcox of Union City. Their daughter, Amy Wilcox Barker, has worked in production of the show Shark Tank for 12 years, and so we appreciate that connection. I'm not sure if they'll come and recruit any of us to work on the show or not, but hey, here we are. So our next participant is Leslie from Refresh of Randolph County.
Okay. By a show of hands, is anyone else tired of the same old options of pizza and cheeseburgers for takeout? Me too. Good evening, I'm Leslie Ray of Refresh Nutrition here in Winchester. Refresh currently offers healthy protein shakes, fruit smoothies, acai bowls, yogurt parfaits, protein bites, and multiple sugar-free drink options. I started Refresh because I kept thinking, man, I wish there was some place in Winchester to get something quick and healthy like a smoothie on my way to work or on my lunch break. Anytime I mentioned this to someone else, they agreed. We don't always have time to fix something healthy at home. We skip meals or grab the most convenient thing, fast food. Locally, that probably includes foods like donuts, cheeseburgers, pizza, or even gas station burritos. The largest variety right now locally is probably Subway. Refresh has been in business for 2 years. In that 2 years, I've come to realize that locally we need more healthy, convenient options to choose from. Nearly every day, I hear people say things like, I wish you had more healthy food options. So I have made it my mission to make healthy eating accessible, convenient, and enjoyable by offering a nutritious food bar, not the salad bar that you see at the pizza joints. but a food bar with a large variety of fresh vegetables, fruits, grains, and proteins to choose from, as well as soups and sandwich wraps. Customers will be able to come in the morning or any time during the day to customize their meal from the food bar, with the option of dining in or taking it to go. Where else can you go to grab lunch during breakfast hours? You can also call or text ahead to place your order and pay ahead. No other restaurant offers this much variety of healthy options and convenience locally. In adding the food bar to Refresh, I anticipate nearly doubling net profit in 1 year. And in doing so, this will allow me to contribute to the community by providing employment opportunities. I am standing here before you today asking for $9,000 in funding. This funding will go towards large equipment needed, such as a large refrigerator and freezer, and the food bar, advertisement, and any renovations that may be necessary. If you vote for Refresh tonight, you will not just be supporting a small business venture. You will also be contributing to a healthier, happier community. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Leslie, do you run this all by yourself with your therapist massage?
I have a couple of family members that help me as well.
So you are planning on expanding possibly with employees as well?
What is the average person spending per meal or per time they come in at your restaurant? And with this, if you were to win, you've put in here what you would like to use the money for, but how will that transition into menu items?
Well, and also that would be our initial inventory as well, which is part of that. And, say $8 to $10 per person.
This is Scott. If you put this food bar in, are you going to have to have more tables and chairs or expand more inside there?
Yeah, and we do already have more tables and chairs put aside. We were hoping to be able to expand eventually. And so, we have a lot of building towards the back, so things can kind of be just pushed towards the back so that we can have more seating in the front.
I didn't have any other questions.
Ivy Kaufman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate that. So our next judge that we're going to introduce tonight is Scott Jonting. Scott lives with his wife Elizabeth in rural southern Randolph County. In 1975, Scott started and ran Jonting Farm Drainage Incorporated for 35 years, specializing in farm drainage systems for farmers. Since selling the business in 2010, he has been farming and now is retired, managing the farms. He now enjoys growing giant pumpkins and his woodworking shop near Lynn. Thanks, Scott. If you could give us a few words about yourself and why these programs are important to you.
Well, I think you know enough about me, but I'm really excited for Randolph County and for these groups. We have a lot of paperwork to look at, and it's all been very impressive, and it's going to be a hard job to pick a winner. And it's good for Randolph County, and I'm glad that they're doing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Our next participant is Dream Parties, Angie. Well, if not, we have a microphone right there. How's that?
Can you see me better this way? Where's the clicker? All right, so we've all had a milestone event, a wedding, a big birthday party, something like that. You go to Instagram, Google, any of them. You see visions of these lavish, crazy parties like what's up there. So you sit down with your Pinterest board and you say to yourself, I want it all. Then, that's when the sticker shock hits you. It costs so much in time, so much in money, preparation, storage, doing it yourself, taking it down, carrying it again. And then what are you going to do with yourself? So these are some expensive dreams that we all have. I fell victim to it myself. I was a bride in 2023. So who I am is Angela Dorman. I am actually from Delaware County, but I spent a lot of time when I was little right here in Winchester. That's me. I am a dog mom, a cat mom, a stepmom, a godmom to 15 children, and a brand new wife. And what my husband and I discovered during this is that there is so much that goes into the wedding, so much that goes into that dream. And then what do you do with it all? And in that process, we kind of came up with an idea. We kept calling it the sisterhood of the traveling wedding items. Because everything we had to buy, I said, hey, how can we repurpose it? You're getting married, do you like green? So why events? Why would I want to get into it? Obviously, with this many children, this many weddings that I've encountered, and another one coming up for my oldest goddaughter, there's a need, and it's a desert out there. Just to rent a tablecloth, I was running into a tablecloth price, transportation fees, laundering fees, fees on fees on fees on fees on fees. And why? Because it's $1 billion industry to be into events. Just in rentals is $6.3 billion. The average wedding is $29,000. So that's why I'm here asking you for $9,000. I can start a rental business cleanly on that, zero debt, and something that the community really needs. I'm gonna offer simplicity. A nice website where you can see what you're getting, what the size of it is. Preset plans, where you get a set amount of items, you know what it is, I'll organize it for you. You can come in, you can see a friendly local person. I can walk you through it, and using technology, I can show you what it'll look like on your tables. Sticker shock hits, and I surveyed. Everybody says this is something we need. And out of 100 surveys taken, 40 people are ready right now to sign up with me. So thank you, and I'm ready for your questions.
Angie,
Yeah.
I believe I asked you, how much of the items do you already have? Are
The-
you prepared for the new fad, as I would call it? The color schemes that are out right now?
So my main ideal is that I come out. There are some base items that I already have, some tablecloths that I've purchased, basic centerpieces, some things like that, as well as wedding arches that we bought and then eventually didn't use. That'll be my starter set. Then, hopefully, with the winnings from tonight, if I am so lucky, then I'm gonna take that and first put it into items that you can repurpose with any kind of color scheme. Something that's just timeless and classic. I don't wanna go too far in the beginning into anything that's too niche, to this, to that, because that's how you end up with stagnant inventory, just like in any business that you have.
So my plan is to start with the timeless, get a few of those pieces that really speak to new trends that are kind of popping up, and make those work for me until they kind of lose their value over time. We're ready to flush those out, reinvest in the business, and get with the new season.
Hi, Angie. So you had mentioned in your presentation, 40 people are already interested.
Yes, sir.
What types of events are they interested in potentially contracting with you?
So far, I have 20 weddings out of the 40. I have about 10 bridal showers and a mixture of birthday parties and things like that that are especially interested into some specialized items that I would get for a birthday party and like general setups for that. Because for a birthday party, you're not going to need 25 tables worth and things like that. I also have been talking to somebody about a corporate contract for chairs and tables and things like that.
And then just to follow up, of these, how many of these are verbal interest, or how many of these have started to like come with letters of intent or anything more formal?
Us getting started here.
Doing this as a business on the rental side, I haven't. But I do have a pretty extensive past with planning parties. All those children, you know there's a lot of parties that come with that. I've done quite a few weddings for my friends and things like that. But on the print side, I actually carry 15 years experience in print. Especially in the past 5 years, I've really ramped up the production that we do in my day job, in my business. And with that, I have generated over $500,000 worth of just print revenue in that 5 years. In the past year, as I kind of mentioned in my presentation, being in the shoes of somebody else that's across the table from you, that's a really unique perspective. And in this past year, as I planned my own wedding and I was doing those things, I had the opportunity to kind of put a hand out to the person across from me and say, hey, I know it's overwhelming. I know it's crazy when you go to these sites, you see really, really awesome things, and your heart sinks when it's $55 just for one single sign. What on earth? That just takes you out. Takes your breath away if you have a really limited budget, but you have a really big, beautiful dream in front of you. And then I can take their hand and say, hey, I can cut about $20 off of that, and then all those invitations, all the paperwork, all those things you've been dreaming about, we can do those in a budget-friendly way. So you don't have to compromise every last bit of your dream just because you're being financially responsible. Any other questions? All right. Oh.
Hi, I'm Carmen Summers. So is your business, is it more of like they come to you and say, I have a birthday party and I just want you to tell me like how much it would cost for this general type of thing? Or is it more of specific, like I have a wedding, but I just need an arch and a sign? Like is it more of an item-based or just like an event-based thing?
It's going to be kind of both ways. So by setting up the website with accurate photos, accurate prices for kind of that a la carte moment that you're talking about, like I have everything else in the world I need, but I really want a cool triangle arch. I'm going to have an option for them with a transparent price right there on the website that they'll be able to view. Or of course, give me a call, give me a text, stop by, talk to me. Hey, I'll talk weddings and parties anytime. But then I also have those set kind of plans in place. So if you're overwhelmed, you don't know how you're going to afford it, you don't know what all you're looking for, you know that you have a starting place. So you can come to me even at my lowest tier, and you're going to get an arch. You're going to get something to put your cake on. You're going to get some custom signage. You're going to get enough to cover those 20 tables, decorate it up nice, and know that you have a nice cohesive picture for your larger venue and your larger events. Or if you're looking small, I can say, hey, here's a Barbie box. You have a little girl that has a dream of a beautiful Barbie birthday party. Then, hey, you can come get this Barbie box. You can get these really cool items to set up a cool scene for her to take pictures with her friends, to have that Instagram moment with her cake and with her goodies and stuff like that without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars just for that handful of hours.
Jackson Latello. If a rental got like damaged or anything, is there like insurance you'll offer, or like will they have to like replace it fully?
So the plan right now is to set up a contract structure that if it's a damage that's kind of above and beyond anything that we can repair, there's going to be some sort of damages or coverages that they need to do in it. As I progress through the business and get into larger items that are more likely to get the kind of damage that you would worry about having an insurance for, I would address that then. But for now, it's kind of a come as it is. If there's a chip on something and I can buff it out, I can clean it out, I can use a little marker pen, there's no sense in stressing somebody out. Now, if it's something larger, it's broken, you can't use the chair anymore, that would be addressed within the contract, and then also with them to make sure they're comfortable with what they're getting into before they buy all the way.
Ivy Kaufman.
Hi.
I rather like your approach to this. I think you are very good at promoting your product, and I definitely think that will help you if you decide to really expand with this business. However, this has been extremely vague in my opinion, understandably so, since this is mainly an idea in the works at the moment. Have you decided on locations or decor sourcing?
Yes. So to start out, I will actually be starting in my detached garage at my home right here in Winchester. With the funds that I hopefully win tonight, I'll be able to sort out shelving, organization, and everything I need to really just get it started. As far as sourcing goes, there are several companies that I've reached out to that only work with business to business on wholesale rates for linens, for centerpieces, for different things like that. But of course, you have to be completely incorporated, have a number and everything like that to even touch those numbers. So that is the game plan for it. I'm not planning on just going to Amazon with a credit card, going buck wild for it, anything like that. But thank you for your compliment, and I was definitely curious. That's one of the things that I was up against, is that it's a concept. I think it's a concept that will win. I think it's a concept that'll do well, but it needs its legs underneath it before it can run. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Appreciate that. Okay, as we continue to move forward tonight, our next judge that we're going to introduce is Errol Clem. Errol was born in Union City, Indiana, graduated from Union City East Side, and went on for further education at Ball State University, IU East, and IUPUI. He owned and operated 9 bowling centers, built and resurfaced bowling lanes, developed Winchester Golf Club and Willow Ridge Housing Development. Errol purchased the Overpass Motel and developed that into the Randolph Inn and Suites. Errol was a realtor for 40 years and is now retired with his wife Patty here in Winchester, Indiana. Errol, if you could say a few words about yourself and why these programs are so important to you.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you, Jackie, for asking me to do this. I'm enjoying it because I just love small business. It takes me way back, and new ideas. I just love people getting involved with entrepreneurial ideas. So we're enjoying it. I hope all of you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Errol. Appreciate that. Our next presenter today is Abby with Salt Creek Floral Designs.
Have you ever been excited to give someone a gift? Several summers ago, I had this vision of gifting my grandma bright, happy flowers for her birthday. This is what we ordered from Teleflora through a local florist, and this is what showed up at her front door. I was so disappointed and shocked. Unfortunately, this is something that happens too often in the floral industry. I can recall a multitude of times when I or someone I know was very disappointed with how their flower order turned out or how long it lasted. So many times I have thought, wow, this could and should be done better. My name is Abigail Bolser, and I started Salt Creek Floral Designs. Salt Creek is built upon the idea that florals could and should be done better. Whether it's a pick-me-up arrangement for a friend or the bouquet that someone will carry down the aisle, I work diligently to make every aspect perfect and memorable. Salt Creek Floral Designs is the only flower shop in the area that has not partnered with a larger company like FTD or Teleflora. This means that all arrangements are unique and designed by myself, and the prices are kept relevant to the area. I work one-on-one with customers to understand what they are looking for in an arrangement. I incorporate their favorite flowers, colors, and styles. At Salt Creek Floral Designs, we don't bring Teleflora's vision to life, we bring your vision to life. Although we are not the only flower shop in the county, we are the only shop to offer subscriptions, make and take workshops, and educational workshops for schools. Salt Creek Floral Designs works to tap into every niche of the floral market. Our main focuses are brides-to-be, men, office managers, women, and business owners. Since opening in May, we have reached roughly $12,000 in sales. Each week, we receive an increased number of orders and have even booked weddings into 2024 and 2025. We are projected to more than triple sales in the next 3 years and continue growing into the future. All inputs have been kept incredibly low by operating out of my family's farm shop and by doing all of my own marketing. Tonight, I'm asking to be awarded all 3 possible awards for a total of $9,000. These funds will be used to buy another cooler, more storage options. Thank you.
Hi, I've been friends with you on Facebook for less than 3 weeks.
Oh.
You were referred to, shared by a mutual friend, and I am very impressed with what I've already seen on Facebook. So I am wondering, are you going to continue with your marketing through just social media, word of mouth?
Thank you for your question. So I actually went to Purdue for agricultural communication, and I served on our student-run PR firm, Boiler Communication. It was the top in the nation. And so I am very familiar with operating under different campaigns, and I have a lot of exciting plans for the future, including making subscription flyers, taking them directly to businesses, maybe even offering a sample, and that's just one of many ideas I have.
My question is just a little clarification on, so you mentioned it in your business plan that supply chain is very important for flowers.
Yes.
But can you explain a little bit about both the relationships that you have for your supply chain and then, some of the relationships that you might have for like a steadier customer base, especially some of the companies in town?
Okay, so first question was about the supply chain. So, fun fact, I just opened up in May, but this past summer before that, I did a funeral. And, I grew up on a farm. I'm so used to supply and demand. I thought, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be an ag, and that won't affect me. And it does. It did. It will. So, for example, there was, over in Ecuador, where some of the roses are grown, there was a strike. And next thing I knew, I was going to have a hard time getting Freedom Red Roses in for this casket spray. So when something like that happens, I work one-on-one with my sales representative at Marvin's Wholesale Flowers in Indy. and she does her best to fight for me in the trenches and get me my flowers. But when that falls through, I always have Josh and Mindy. I love going over there getting fresh local flowers for my arrangements during the summer. It's just right down the road, and so that's also a good relationship. And your other question was? Oh, okay, yeah. Relationship with customers. I would say that a lot of my customers have been repeat customers. So I really try to kind of always be available for any time they call. I try to have things on hand ready to go. But one of the things to really drive that relationship with both individuals and businesses would be the subscriptions. So this is great for, people like my dad or my husband who they don't always want to remember all of these dates, like, anniversary, dating anniversary, birthday, Valentine's Day. So what they do is they call me and they say, hey, I want to do $45 arrangements, and I want to do it for Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and her birthday. And I've even creeped on Facebook to find out what their anniversary was, and I always deliver. But the same thing with businesses. I would really like to do where they could do like twice a month arrangements, and then I could come in, or if they just say, hey, I just want to do holidays or just my busy seasons, I would love to do that too.
Abigail, you said that you weren't associated with like FTD or anything like that. Is there a reason, or do you think you will be later on?
Yes, so there is a slide. Could we go back to it with the website? So this actually started when I was looking for someone to do my flowers, because for my wedding. I've always loved flowers, but I didn't think I could quite handle that. So I went online to our local flower shops and I looked at their websites, and I was incredibly disappointed to find that they both had stock photos and it was from the same company. I had no idea what their experience level was or what they could do. So I just know that when you're involved with groups like FTD, Teleflora, they pick your arrangements, they pick what's in it, they pick the price, and they do your website for you. I would rather step away and have more say in what my business is, and have just a variety of rolling items rather than just a set amount, and also a unique website. So I will not be partnering with them in the future.
Okay, I did have a question. You currently have a part-time job, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Is that job flexible enough for you to be able to do what your current workload is with the arrangements? And then also, what's your plan on scalability as you start to ramp up?
Okay, so first question, part-time job, is that flexible? Yes, I work for our local radio station, Star 98.3 WZZY News, and I just do that in my spare time, record it on my phone, send it in, any time of day, and they don't have like a set amount that I have to do. I just report on local news when I have the time, send it right in. It works very well with the flower shop business. And then as you said, in the future, like how do we scale this to a bigger scale? I would say I really need more help. When I have these weddings, I might be working until midnight the night before, especially since I only have one cooler right now. I want everything to be fresh. That's very important to me. So I end up doing all of those big items at the last minute so it can be as fresh as possible. So I would say better equipment and more help is what's going to help take me to the next level.
Last comment is, I love the idea of subscriptions. I wish I had known about that sooner. I might have saved myself a little heartache.
Ivy Kaufman. I would first like to say that you are very well spoken. You've definitely taken a lot of it out of your speech classes, and I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you.
Do you have any plans on possibly expanding into, say, growing flowers on your own site, or using that as a job opportunity, or even possibly sourcing into, say, local farmers for fertilizing opportunities?
Yes, all of those are a yes. So we're actually looking at getting a greenhouse on our property, and that's going to be my mom's avenue. We're going to grow our own flowers, and then also, like I said, I do go and buy from Mindy and Josh during the summer when they have that available. We do have horses, so we are able to provide our own fertilizer. And what was the other question?
Was that it? Okay. But yeah, no, sustainability is really big to me. So for example, there's a lot of waste in the floral industry. I don't know if you've ever gotten like a sympathy plant or a sympathy planter from like a funeral or something. And what often happens is you have all these different types of plants that do not go together in this little plastic container in this woven basket. And you about kill it because they don't go together. You don't know what to do. And it's just, it creates so much more work for someone who's grieving. And I know that's going to get thrown away eventually, so I always put items in a pot that it's going to be in for most of its life. And I'm working on starting a composting system at home, and I'm really big about reduce, reuse, recycle, so people can actually bring their containers back to me, and I'll refill it, and for however many seasons they want to.
I definitely like the inclusion for the environmental push. I would say you should definitely promote that on your website.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, also, for all of our judges, we have 5 arrangements and we have 5 plants. So whoever wants what, it's yours. And I can bring it to you if you just show me.
Let's give all of our participants a round of applause. We have one more judge to introduce tonight, Rosie Shoemaker. Rosie is a lifelong resident of Randolph County with over 20 years of experience in retail management. I remember Rosie at the jewelry store here in Winchester a couple of years ago, and then she has been a business owner in Randolph County for the last 20 years. So thank you tonight, Rosie, and if you'd say a few words about yourself and why these programs are so important to you.
There we go. I am excited to see small businesses. In Winchester, when I worked uptown, there was a lot of services and not a lot of business. So when Friday night came, I was the only retail with a few others. So it's really nice to see that small business is making a comeback. But I encourage, there's small ideas, but they can be grand, and I think this is awesome.
Thank you, Rosie. I think that's exactly why we have chosen to do this program. We have seen the decline of small businesses in these communities, and we've seen a resurgence. I am hopeful and to believe that we have a real entrepreneurial spirit going on within our community, and I'm hopeful that programs like this will continue to nurture that and to help it grow. Jackie, I think you're up now, and you can tell everyone where we're going from here.
Okay, so we are going to take a brief intermission to finish tallying our scorecards from our judges. But the main thing for you guys to do, the audience, at this about a 10-minute, 15-minute break, is you received a ticket when you came in tonight, and if you did not, you are going to see Scotty Harvey. I'm going to just put you out there, Scotty. I think she has the tickets, or she's going to get the tickets. If you didn't get one, she will get you one of those, and you will put that in the box with the business that you want to vote for to win the $1,000 audience choice tonight. So every business has a booth out there, and they all have like a little shoe box, white box with their name on it, where you put your vote in. So we're going to give you about 10 minutes to go out, visit their booths. Our business owners are going to get up, and they're going to go out there and be out at their booths to talk to you and answer any questions for this brief intermission, and that allows us to tabulate some scores, and then we'll announce our winners when we get back.
Thanks, Jackie. We'll see you in a few minutes. going out and voting and for participating tonight. I want to thank Danny Hines and his group for doing sound and lights and helping us out here tonight. I want to appreciate that. Let's give the contestants another round of applause for a great job. So I want to take a few minutes here to recognize our student judges. They have been very helpful tonight. Appreciate their attentiveness and their questions. So I'm going to give them a few minutes. I want to start and have them introduce themselves and say a few words about themselves. So.
Okay. Hi, I'm Carmen Summers. I'm a senior at Monroe Central, and I'm class vice president, and I got into this because I took freshman year, we have like pathways at our school, and I decided to go on the business pathway because my only other option was being a teacher or being on the teaching pathway or like an agriculture pathway, and I knew I didn't want to do either of those. But I really had no idea what I wanted to do as a freshman, obviously. I feel like that's not what you're thinking about. So I decided to take a business class, and I fell in love with it. And I've taken all of the business courses in my school since then. And I'm a senior, so next year I'm planning on studying marketing at IU Bloomington. And then I really want to go into sports marketing. So that's a little about me.
Thank you.
I'm Jackson Latello. I'm a senior at Randolph Southern, and I think this whole thing is like really, it's a great idea for new business startups and to give, like, what is it? Oh, for new businesses to be born, I guess, new ideas, more motivation, that's the word, my bad.
I'm Rennie Huang. I'm a senior at Winchester Community High School, and I am personally interested in the business career path, and I found out about this opportunity through my principal, and I am very excited to see how these businesses will grow.
I am Ivy Kaufman, and I am a small business owner myself and an artist. I'm not too much in the actual business courses. I'm not that interested in it. I'm more focused on arts and environmental science, but I'm very happy to have this opportunity, and I'm glad you all have listened to me blabber.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out tonight and participating, but helping to give back to the community. We appreciate that. Jackie, are you ready or okay?
So the first award we're going to announce is the student panel judges winner of the $500. And if you are the winner, for participants, if you just come on up this side of the stage, we're going to stand up here, take some pictures, and that fun stuff. Where's my guy at? He's right there. My newspaper guy is right there, going to take those for us, Ray. So the student panel judge winner of $500 is Salt Creek Floral Design. He's right down.
Okay, next we're going to do the audience choice winner for $1,000.
Okay, So the audience choice for $1,000, which was voted on all of you that came out tonight, which we greatly appreciate that, and all of you coming out in your participation. And tonight that $1,000 goes to Salt Creek Floral Designs.
Okay, next, I believe we are going to have the Judge's Third Choice Award. Is that correct? Okay.
So our third place winner tonight is Main Street Assembly.
Thank you again to the county commissioners and to RCU and EDP Renewables for putting this on tonight. We appreciate it. We think it's important that we invest back in our community and invest in new startups. So we just want to thank you all for that. Next, we have the judge's second place winner, which is for $4,000.
And the winner for second place is Modoc Gardens. Before we announce the first place, I just real quickly want to go through some thank yous that this evening and this program would not be possible without these organizations and individuals that helped make this possible. Again, EDP Renewables as a funding partner, the Randolph County Commissioners, without their funds, we would not have this cash prize money to award to these businesses and entrepreneurs, so we're very grateful for that. Small Business Development Center for facilitating our workshops and teaching these businesses and giving them that foundation. Karen Lloyd, that is there at that organization, she was instrumental in making this happen. She's done it in several other counties. Ours is probably the best, I feel, right? Yeah. So anyway, but we couldn't have done it without her experience and her expertise and what she brought to us, and she had the time clock, so that was crucial. Again, we want to thank our judges for being here tonight, and then our student judges as well, the Randolph County High School principals that helped me find those students to make them get involved. We love involving our students in all things that we do at Randolph County United to use it as a learning experience. I would like to thank the Randolph County United Board of Directors for their support of this program, and a lot of them are here tonight. I know several of them are, so just continue to support that. The Winchester Community High School for allowing us to use their venue. Danny Hines was instrumental in helping us get the PowerPoints up and sound and lights, and he made all this look good up here. So I really appreciate him. Union City K.I.S.S TV has been here all evening recording. It was maybe streamed. I'm not sure how the internet worked out, but if not, it will be available that you will have to get off YouTube or whatever channels that they're up on. Winchester News Gazette is here to take photos, and they also help promote the event, as well as Star 98.3 also helped promote and did some interviews with us to help get that information out. Mark Todd was here tonight, and he helped with our student judges. And then we have Jamie and Kathy Meadows, our check writers, and our ticket counters, and our point talliers. So I really appreciate them being out here. Courtney Cates, she helped greet people and pass out tickets for me tonight. She's also an RCU board member, as well as Jamie Meadows. And then, of course, the RCU team, Dan Baker, Scotty Harvey, and Ivana, for all their help in making this night possible. And then we had a practice pitch for the participants about 2 weeks ago, and Cheryl Fisher and Mark Todd were judges and gave excellent feedback to them as well. And then, of course, Paul Faddis, my lovely co-host, partner in crime. So really appreciate him being up here and helping me tonight. And then one final person I want to thank is Andy Fall. He's an RCU board member, and he's also been down here with the student judges. This would not have happened without him. This was an idea that he brought to me at RCU, I think when I started, probably my first day. I think he was in my office telling me about this. But his persistence and it continuing to encourage me to look into it and dig into that to make it happen for our county, it wouldn't have happened without Andy. And he's been instrumental in making.
She get to keep walking.
Okay, so that concludes our program for this evening. Again, I thank you all for coming out. Before we leave tonight, I do want to challenge you as an audience and community members to two things. One, support your local small businesses. These businesses are not possible if our communities do not step up and support them. And so you have learned about businesses, whether they won or not tonight, you are their customers. So I encourage you to support local businesses. And I think you hopefully have learned tonight how much goes into a small business and the planning process, marketing, and all kinds of things, and the work that it takes to run one. So I just strongly encourage you to support local and be a customer for these businesses and other businesses in Randolph County as well. My second challenge is to you. This is our first year of Randolph County Open for Business. We want to be here again next year, so if you are an entrepreneur, I encourage you to be thinking of your idea and what you are going to pitch next year at this competition. So that's all I have. So again, thanks for coming.